Hello, hello, hello. JoeHart here. Um, Thumbs up already. Thank you for the thumbs up. Um, I'm still evolving how I'm going to be doing streams. Uh, I hope my intro gets smoother. There's about 17 things I'd like to mention in my intro, and I will forget most of them. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to see someone. Thank you for coming. But yes, first I'd like to start. And now, like I said, I want to write this down so I do the same 10 bullets in the same order. But this case is killing me. I don't like to say that phrase. This case is overwhelming me and making me sad, and it's hard to it's hard to continue doing I want to stay on the case, and I am staying on the case, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one. So anyway, I would like to thank the viewers of the live stream. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate the viewers of the recorded. And by the way, I don't see any comments, which I'm not fishing for comments, but let's see. I'll write something. Hello and welcome. I'm a slow typist and you're hearing my clicking. Please comment, questions, etc. So that's me writing a comment. But anyway, I want to make it consistent. But anyway, I would like to first thank the people that watch it live. I mean, no, I thank everybody. I appreciate everybody. But I would like to thank the people that watch it live. And I really appreciate the comments and the people that watch it recorded. Thank you very much also. I like to intro myself. I'm JoeHart. I'm a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I don't I didn't used to mention my quirks and idiosyncrasies, which is what I call my disabilities. I don't usually talk about them, but it's not because I'm private. You'll hear about it all the time anyway. But for this situation, I think it's really important because there's, it's I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm worn out. Because I think it pertains for me, it's a big part of why I'm really good. I think I'm pretty good at crime sleuthing. I'm a person with disabilities. I'm OCD. I'm meticulous. I'm methodical. I can drill down with the best of them. And I have to watch out. I mean, there's a ton of rabbit holes I can spend. I used to say in my other streams, and this isn't true anymore because there's a lot of crime sleuths that are similar to me. But I used to say, and if you spend 2 hours on a project, I'll spend 25 hours on a project. But I'm not trying to say I'm way cooler and that's what I would do. So I probably need to stop saying that. But so anyway, I also like to mention this is my second case. By the way, there's exceptions to everything I say. I get excited and I want to make sure I explain everything perfectly, and I preface, but I talk too much, and then the synapses aren't working in my brain, and then it gets real convoluted and stuff. But there's always exceptions. But generally, this is my second case. The first case I did was the Boston Marathon bombers, the two brothers, and I live in, I'm pretty close to it. I'm about 2 hours away, 2+ hours away. So I thought it was really important. I'm going to check this. Let's see, that's a live chat and top chat. So anyway, that's top chat. So I want live chat. That's weird that top chat is the default. That's kind of weird. So anyway, I'm a little concerned that this didn't go out correctly because I have very few people in the room right now. Now, having very few people in my room was very common, a month ago or a week ago, or, I mean, it was very common. I would talk for 2 or 3 hours, and either no one would show up, or one or two people would show up, and zero comments, or one comment, or whatever. And that was very common. I've been lucky to be involved with uh, one in particular creator, live streamer, and they have allowed me to be on their panels, and it's been very nice. And his crowd is very embracing and supportive. And I'm kind of quirky. I need anyway. I'm kind of quirky. So anyway, I did this stream because I wanted to. And by the way, hello everybody. Feel free to make any comments or questions or anything like that. It helps me to stay on topic and stuff. But anyway, as I am trying to make my streams consistent on all platforms. That's one thing I do. I learned that from my dad, the way he wrote letters. He would write one letter and then make 50 copies and mail it out to him. And that's how I write too, which is it can be so inefficient. It can be efficient. But anyway, I think I forget. I apologize for me starting 37 conversations and not getting back to any of them. But that's kind of how it goes. I highly recommend. But anyway, I generally approach all platforms the same. I was very comfortable with Meerkat. I was pretty comfortable with Periscope. I'm pretty comfortable with Twitter Live. I'm really comfortable with Twitter, and I love Twitter, but I use too many handles. I use too many hashtags. I have 3 accounts, but I used to have another account back when I had 1 account, but I had a previous account to that was suspended because of using too many handles and hashtags and other things. I'm pretty confrontational. If I see bullying or stuff, I confront things, and sometimes I'm a little gruff, not doxing and not cussing, and I'm just confrontational. So, but anyway, I tend to trade them all the same, and they're not the same. So I need to figure out how to modify each of them, which will make it less efficient for me. I like to write something, a description, and only write it once, and then modify, copy it from. And I know people are like, oh, that's so fake, or whatever. There's opinions about that, but I can't do it any other way. Like if I streamed 2 weeks in a row, if I streamed every day for 14 days and I had to write the description every single time by hand, I wouldn't be able to do it. I get too stressed out and I get pissed off and all that stuff. But it would be a completely, it's like that, telephone where, in a classroom, if you whisper a story to the first person and it goes to the classroom, by the time it gets to the end, the story is completely different. That's how that is for me. And I forget what I was referring to, but I bet y'all got what I was referring to. And if not, that's fine too. But yeah, I know they're going to be different. I'm trying to start doing consistent before I have substance, but I hope to have substance really soon. But in a perfect world, I'm trying to do Twitter Live, TikTok, record it, and then live once I get live. YouTube Live, just YouTube by itself. YouTube Studio, I think is what it's called, or something like that. YouTube Studio. And then StreamYard, I hope to do. And it takes me forever to do stuff, and I have to research it. And then sometimes I don't follow up because I spent too much time on it. But I hope to do those 4. Like I said, I'm not a doer, but I hope the StreamYard I get to pretty quick. By the way, I apologize for being off topic. There's it's a pretty low volume of viewers and a pretty low volume of comments and such, and that's usually what keeps me on topic and stuff. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is what I would like to do, I would like to do all 4 of those platforms. I know it's extreme. Every day, perpetually, ad infinitum, just perpetually, and then go from there. And if I did that, that would be a huge time sink. And there's already 2 chat rooms that I mean, there's bunches. I've really enjoyed, or I don't know, I've enjoyed the YouTube creators that I've watched. This is all pretty new. There's exceptions to that, but all pretty new the last 4 weeks. I'm a numbers guy, so I usually try to guess on things, and I don't like to guess. I like to be precise and read it and know the source and stuff. But I would say I probably have watched, 400 different YouTube lives for, probably 400 minutes, 400. What would that be? Maybe not 400 hours. That's probably a little extreme, but and what's the other thing? Oh, and I would guess about 85 to 90 different creators. And I do all sorts. I think my time's precious, and I'm ADD, but that's not why I jump out. I try to, as soon as I turn something on, I'm like the Terminator, which I've talked about extensively on the last stream. But I think I'm always calculating, judging, and saying, do I want to stay here, and what do I think? And I know that's not fair to all people, but life's not fair. But people are like, well, why don't criticize me till you get to know me, or something like that. And that sounds great, but most of life is based on 2-second clips and 15-second clips, and that's just the way it is. And you'll be judged within seconds. Anyway, I like to do it so that I maximize my efficiency. I spend my time with what I'm supposed to do. But all the exceptions to that is true. I have watched people I like for a minute. I have watched people I don't like at all for hours. Either I was learning something, or I was trying to find out what not to do on a stream, or I was just trying to learn. Various reasons. So it's been incredible. But anyway, the 4 platforms will be different. I have no idea what to expect from StreamYards. The free account, which someone told me I'm wrong on this, so I guess I'm going to research it again. But I think the free account that I got, I could have sworn it told me it had 2 hours of streaming a month, which is, whatever that is, 6 minutes a day. I don't know. It's really, really small. 120, 30, 4 minutes a day. As you'll tell here that I can talk forever, but StreamYard, I'll have to buy, but other people told me it's $20 a month, and they're like, yeah, I'm on it. That's the plan I'm on, and it's 20. And I'm sure StreamYard, I'm sure all companies, may occasionally change the criterion, and it's, your grandfather clocked in. So if you got 20, you keep 20, I guess, for a while, and then they changed it to 2, which I think is a joke, because really they're saying you have to upgrade, really. But which is fine. I mean, they're a for-profit business. They can do what they need to do. So I'll probably upgrade. It's $20 a month, or $100, $180 a year is what I read or remember. Again, I don't like to guess, but I think that's correct. And I don't have any money, but I'm cheap and broke, and I'm on a fixed income, and I don't work and stuff. And if I can save $60 a year, I might. Well, the other thing, StreamYard sounds great. You can buy the 1 month plan for $20, and you get a 7-day guarantee, and you can upgrade in the middle of a month, and it's prorated. And I think that's the 3 things. So I'm extreme. I'm OCD. I want to. Okay, if I'm going to do this, I want to buy the year, because I save $60 in a year, which makes sense. But I don't always follow up, and I'm not always a doer. So I'm like, no, let's buy 1 month. Plus a 7-day money back guarantee. I think it's great, but I could never figure something out in 7 days. I could never do that. And I think it's fine. It's okay to take the risk, spend $20 and just never get it back. But yeah, I can't do anything in 7 days. Certainly not this. This is way too complicated. I mean, I might have a feel and say, yeah, this is great. But whenever I decide, then I can upgrade, do the year, save the money, and get it prorated. So the middle of the month is some of that and some of that, and then I get up and running. So that sounds great. So I hope to do that, but I'm a little scared, of course, about having to learn something new, and will I really use it? As you all may know, I'm usually live streaming about my main topics are persons with disabilities, invisible disabilities, Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, companion animals, not service animals, companion animals, not service animals, and then all within the motorsports world. And that, of course, started as NASCAR many years ago and then expanded to IndyCar and Formula One and Formula E and IMSA and NHRA and IndyCar and all of them. So worldwide, I track over 200 series a week, or throughout the whole year, every week, which is kind of overwhelming. That's kind of taken a back seat since this case. This is killing me. I want to stop saying that. I don't. There's many words I don't like. I don't like. So I would like to. It's overwhelming me, killing me. Let me write that down. So anyway. When I start doing, and today is a real solid start for me, except for the StreamYard. I think that's in a week or two, and I'll do it when I'm ready, and I will have to make myself, take that push, and I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna do it. So it might be whenever, like never, but hopefully it could be within the next week or two. But the Twitter, TikTok, recorded because I don't have live yet. Please follow me on TikTok. I need 1,000 followers to go live. I'm more comfortable going live. I don't edit, hot mess. Hey Santa, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. It's been a little slow this time, but I think I've gotten spoiled on the first stream a couple days ago. But anyway, thank you for being here. So yeah, I think the 4 platforms will be different. I'm used to Twitter. I'm real comfortable with it. I'm pretty comfortable with Twitter Live. The numbers are ramping up, so there's huge interest in this case, which is a good thing. I hope the case does not go cold tomorrow or tonight at whatever time you want to take. Tonight at 6 a.m. Oh, I guess that's tomorrow. For me, tomorrow at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is 3 a.m. Pacific Time. And so that would be 4 weeks since this crime has happened, assuming it happened at 3. I don't think it did. I think it happened at 4 or 5 or whatever. But they said 3 to 4. And I think they changed that to 3 to 6. I'm trying to find that quote. So anyway, and all of them's different. So I want to do all 4 platforms. I know I'm extreme every single day. And I'm just picking a number of 30 minutes a day for all 4 of them. Now, I know that's ultimately not going to happen that way. It seems YouTube is a slow and steady thing that, will probably need to be, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It can be as long as I want. But I'm not burning out, but I have to watch out for being burnt out. And I'm really upset about the case. So I want to make sure I don't get way too involved in the upsettingness of the case. But I do want them to solve it. I want them to be successful. So anyway, that's like a slow and steady thing. Twitter is, kind of quick. I can go live for as long as I want. There's no time limit. And but and I'm, of course I enjoy comments and I get, whatever, whatever. I like comments for sure. Ganja Mama, hey Joey, how you doing, bud? I'm doing pretty good. I'm kind of off topic. I'm mostly talking about OTC. How are you? Hey Santa, it's good to see y'all. So I'm a little off topic. Like those, OTC. Thank you. So yeah, I'm mostly talking about the live streaming and stuff and how the platforms will ultimately become different. But I'm trying to do, and again, it kind of started today. I know, I mean, it's, it's like saying, am I going to stay sober. No one knows the first day when you start a habit. So let's hope that this actually happens. But basically, today was the official day of doing multiple platforms consistently. I got my Rev Gang shirt today. Hopefully, T Rev goes live. I got enough nerve to go on the panel. All right, Ganja, and we'll all want to see your shirt. Oh, awesome! Congrats. Oh, about the 3. Yeah. So thank you, Santa Joe. Did you see where Idaho police issued a statement saying killer may strike again? I did not see that. I am mostly on my laptop, and I have a auto. I will absolutely. I have a startup setting of about 8 windows always opened up, and the Facebook page of City of Moscow Police Department opens up every day, and I try to check it several times a day. I try to check it as often as I can. Now the statement they made about being mad about online sleuths and and things like that. The sleuths, they're pretty mad, and they're like, you might be sued for what you say and stuff. I couldn't find that on the website, but and then I was like, I don't, so I did it, I found it, and it was him talking, and someone was transcripting what he was saying. I'm like, we don't do transcripts. Come on, give us, either give us the whole video, anyway, it was kind of strange. So anyway, it might get to the point where the Facebook gets the information last, so anyway, I issued a statement saying killer may strike again. They should have never said, and again, I want the format. I can put the link in chat if you want. Feel free to put it in chat. I have no idea how to access that link. I have no idea. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter or TikTok. I don't know how to communicate in TikTok, but Twitter, I know stuff. So if you follow me on Twitter, you can DM. I think my DMs are open, I think. And I don't mind. I think anything can be in the open. So you don't have to, you can send it on my regular link. Just say, hey, Joe, this is the link. So, and I would fumble through it, but I would be able to get access to that link. Here, it's just a screen for my laptop. I have no idea how to do that. So, oh, awesome. Congrats, Sina. Did you see? Google it. Oh, to see, I didn't see that either. Me too, and Reddit as far as the Facebook and stuff. I can put the link in chat if you want. Yeah, feel free to. Hot Mess OTC, where did you find that? I'm trying, looking, don't see it. Only people with ranches can put links in the chats. Oh, okay. I'm still learning about that seat. I'm still learning about mods. I'm like I said a couple of days ago, you did just put the link. Thank you. I don't see it, but I assume you put it somewhere. Okay. Oh, you mean in Twitter? Thank you very much. I talked a couple of days ago about mods, and I'm shooting by the seat of my pants. This is a lot of information. Never mind, it didn't show up. Are you talking about here? But yeah, I described it a couple of days ago in that, and I have a lot of baggage. I have a ton of baggage. Y'all can tell when I'm talking over at T-Rev and I get jacked up, and then I cry, and then I get lower, and then I jacked up, and you can make him a mod so he can drop the link. Yeah. We all have baggage, but mine's on the camera. But thank you, Ganja. So anyway, my baggage, and I'm not talking about anybody in this chat, anybody in this world. I am just talking about my baggage. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody. Now, there's other things going on. I'm the youngest of 9. It's an Irish Catholic family. My father died when I was 18. He was 70. He was old, but so ever since he started dying, we have funerals all the time. So when 9/11 happened, my cousin was in the South Tower, and when he was gone, I said, F it. I am never going to get back to knowing a person. I'm not gonna get back. I'm never gonna meet another person. I'm not gonna be hurt again. And I know you can't do that, but I'm pretty I'm pretty successful at it. I'm pretty lonely. I'm pretty alone. It's just a really intense thing. Yeah. Oh, it was horrible, Ganja. He was married. He had 4 kids. They never, of course, had a body. 3 weeks later, they're finally having a memorial. It was horrible. I mean, no one knew when to have a memorial, and they didn't know what to call it. Like, what do you call it? I mean, you don't have a body. You don't know for sure. He could still be at a hospital with, just yeah. It was bad. And I mean, I'm not looking for sympathy, but it was anyway. I have asked one person to be a mod because I wanted him to drop his links because he helped me a lot with YouTube. And I said, it may be temporary. I'm still deciding on other people. And I love T Rev and I love his room and stuff. And again, I'm not talking about anybody. I'm not saying I don't trust you. And I'm not talking about anybody. I would like to be able to temporarily give people wrenches and then maybe later decide to reverse that, but it's not a character anyway. It's I have a lot of trouble with it, but I'm like, yeah, like I don't know this Oprah. I don't watch Oprah, but there's this one streamer that does this, and you get a car, and you get a car. I would love to give wrenches to a lot of people, but um, anyway, that was too much about that. With wrenches. Okay, hot mess, how you doing, Ganja? Hot mess. I would like to see that link. Oh, okay. OTC, you have to copy that. Hot mess. Hey, Mama. OTC. Hey, Summer and Ganja. OTC. I just put the link. Never mind, it didn't show up. You can make him a mod so you can drop the link. Ganja, we all have package. Buddy Love. Hey, I don't recognize your name. Sorry. I mean, I could probably see someone's name 5 days in a row and say, hey, I don't recognize you. Welcome. But, buddy, I apologize if I don't recognize your name. I'm assuming you're from T-Rev's group. Buddy Love, I'm here. I think it's great. You're trying to grow your channel. Thank you. I've been live streaming for 12 years and I've grown a lot in LinkedIn and Twitter mostly, and Periscope, which died, and Meerkat, which I was huge in Meerkat, but that died. But so yeah, this YouTube live is new. So Ganja Mama, I get that 100%. I've been stabbed in the back and smiled in my face. Yeah, and yeah, I mean it's I try to bring as much of it as I can onto me. I'm not talking about I mean, I think all humans, I think I judge people the moment I see them, and my time's precious, so I'm doing that Terminator, scanning the thing and trying to evaluate and stuff. I mean, we all judge, I think. I don't want to speak for everybody else, but I think everybody judges. And but it's really just an issue with me. So oh no, I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you, Ganja Mamba. My name's Joe. His name's Joe. His father was Joe. We were both named after his Joe. I was the youngest of my family. That Joe was the youngest of his family. There was 3 families with different ranges of kids, but the youngest was me and these 2 other guys, and we're all within, within a year of each other. Not really close in age, but and I mean. 911, I could talk forever about, like, and I'll, I don't want to get too far off topic, but, my deal is, he was in the South Tower. The North Tower was hit first. South Tower was hit second, but fell first. So when the first tower hit, people started leaving the building, and the manager said, "No, return to work. It's just one plane. It's isolated. Nothing else is going to happen. Go back to work." Now, me, which I'm not really big in the jobs anyway, but I know what I would have said. I said, "F you. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee, or I'm going home, or I'm leaving the building. I'll be back tomorrow, but I'm leaving the building." And so people are leaving and they're sent back to their work. My cousin is super, super, super nice. We had FBI friends, and so we kind of knew the inside scoop of what my cousin did, and he was helping people. And again, he is not me, and I am not him. And I would never know what I would do in that situation, but I would mostly think about myself. So it's sad that the nice people are the ones that do the work and happen. Yeah. Hot mess. I can understand not trusting in people. Yes, ganja. Oh, I bet that was so crushing. It was tough. I watched that in school on TV. Amen. I saw it. I was at. I got it anyway. I'm disabled. I can't do jobs. I'm not good at jobs. But I had a job. I just got started at I was a restaurant manager, and their TV was on. Or they're like, "Did you hear what happened?" And they flipped the TV on. And as soon as I saw it, I just got the job. They were just training me. And I just saw it and I said, I'm going home. My cousin lives and works in that tower. So I just left and I never left my house for 2 or 3 weeks, just watching TV. I had a 2-year-old daughter. My wife or ex-wife was working a lot. She's a hard worker. I'm not. She was working. I had the baby, and that baby saw that tower scene way more than a baby's supposed to see it. I regret that I did that. But anyway, I just wish I didn't show. Yeah, I wish I faced her away from the TV or turned the volume down or things like that. But I watched hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And hours. So I watched that in school on TV. It was weird. Our house was broken into that morning. We had cops everywhere. The morning of 911. Holy moly! Maybe you're on to. Maybe I was talking about something different. It was weird. Our house was broken into that morning. We had cops everywhere. Wow, are you talking about 9/11? That sucks. Are you near? Don't divulge information, please. But I mean, are you near New York? Oh my goodness. Ganja. No offense taken, Joe. It's your channel. Yeah, I'm gonna apologize. That's what that's what I do. I apologize. So sorry. I mean, that's a statement. I apologize. I'm not saying that I'm apologizing right now. I am saying I apologize. That's hardwired into me. That won't change. And I appreciate it. Everybody's like, oh, Joe, no more apologies. We get it. It's your channel. But anyway, that's what I do. Trust me, we all understand. I think everybody here has got baggage and has been through some things, and we're here to support you. We love what you're doing. Thank you, Hot Mess. You're a rock star. I give wrenches to people sometimes, let them drop the links that they need, and then I take them back. Most people on YouTube totally understand that. That's new to me. I'm like, how do I? And it's my channel. I'm in control. I can do anything I want. But that's weird. That's like, I felt so bad when I gave my first wrench. I was like, oh, it's only temporary. I don't know. I'll make a decision later. But well, my name is Christina. Well, don't tell me your name. Did I ask for that? Well, my name is Christina. Beautiful name. I like your name. I didn't ask you, did I? I think I asked you where you live. I mean, again, don't divulge that stuff, but thank you for sharing. Don't divulge, please. I had made the comment about Joe V not going through the window last night. You seem like a cool guy. I think you can do great things on YouTube, JS. Oh, okay, buddy. I remember Joe V. Yeah, I remember that comment. I apologize for not recognizing you. Yeah, he's saying that Maddie wanted to go through the window, but I bet he couldn't fit through the window, which I think you said. Hi, Beth. Sorry you had a rough morning, Mama. Yeah, man. Are you talking about, did the cops come today? Let me scroll up. It was weird. Our house was broken into that morning. Yeah, I think you're talking to 9/11, and I'm sure you've already answered it. So you can just answer it once. I'll get to the question, and you don't have to answer anything. Hot Mess to hi, buddy. Ganja. Oh, I'm good now. Hot Mess. I just pulled a all-nighter, just a little sleepy. Buddy. Hi, Summer. Aaron. Kite hit steel plane must. Hi, Aaron. I can't really understand that, but maybe I need a wrench in this room. I don't know. Ganja Mama. No, it was on 9/11. Why the hell did they hit your house? I mean, not that it's a holiday, but that's bizarre. I was in Arizona at the time. Ganja, golly. Aaron, no. I walked around ground zero on 10, 11, 1, and it was still smoking. It was sad. As y'all know, I'm in recovery, and I used to go to a lot of AA meetings, and I was living in, I forget where. I was living in Central Illinois, I believe, maybe Minnesota, but I think Central Illinois. And I went to New York and I went to AA meetings within very few blocks. of Ground Zero. Within a week. I think within a week. Joe V was blocking anyone mentioning Jackass last night. Did you watch him on? I didn't see him. I have watched them. I'm doing way too much stuff, so I can't do everything I want. But I would like to find Joe V live on TikTok every time he goes live. And I'm continuing to ask the one question that I know he won't answer. And I'm pissed. I want to ask him one question, which I did. I told people I did go live. Sorry. I went to TikTok as a viewer. Joe V was live. I popped in. I'm still learning. You can watch it live without swiping up again, or you can swipe up again and start seeing the comments or something like that. And so, I went in a little hot. I asked a couple questions that, he read, but he was like, he implied implied it because I went in hot. It was a stupid thing. And then I had like 3 or 4 questions that were okay. I didn't bend, but I just tried to make it a little softer, and he answered 3 or 4 of them. And then my mind is constantly racing, and I came up with a perfect question in my mind, and I knew it would piss him off, and I knew he would not answer it. I knew it, and it's the right question. If I do say so myself. No, I won't tell you what it is. So, but if you're in the live chat, I'm going to keep pushing it. I'm going to keep writing it to him. It's going to be the first question out of my mouth each and every time. But I'm swamped and busy and got to sleep and stuff, so I may not catch him every time. No, you introduced myself, so I did myself. I am JoeHart, Ganja. Okay, cool, thanks. I'm not worried. I don't have nothing to hide, and I totally believe in the Second Amendment. Cool, Ganja. I support. I honor all people. I've never touched a gun in my life, and I'm not going to start. But okay, hot mess. Yeah, I'm the same way, Mama. Like my whole life is on the internet. So being a public speaker and the things that I've been through, and then I'm in on the news a lot. And I got Aaron. Hey, those are the words the kids said when Bush was in the class. So, Ron, I'm not really following your comments, and I'm not really I don't call trolls because I don't think they're trolls. But maybe if you can tighten up and I'm not T-Rev. I'm not T-Rev. I don't unconditionally accept all my comments. I do not. I'm amazed that he does that. I think that's great, but I don't do that. So if Ron, if you can tighten up on your comments, I know I mentioned 9/11. I apologize. I should probably step away from that comment. But if you could, I don't like. Those are the words the kids said when Bush was in the class. Yes, the gentleman leaned into Bush's ear and told him that it happened. So I don't know what the words were. But yeah, we can get away from 9/11, but just tighten up. Just let me know you're not just trying to whatever. I'm not T-Rev. I wish I was more accepting like he is. Hot mess. A couple of documentaries are out. Oh, and I have a stocky case going on. A couple of documentaries out. Oh, and I have a stocky case going on. So yeah, everything is pretty much out there. I've been doxxed. Oh, I'm sorry. And everything. And I've had files made up and I've had truth told. So it is what it is. I don't have nothing to hide. I'm a very open book. And I understand that, hot mess. And I know you say that every time I bring it up, but I think a lot of people are not aware, or they don't think about how extensive the internet is and how open it is. Just about anybody can walk into anything. Anybody in the world can watch anything, and they can become infatuated, or they could be, whatever that is. They can zone in, and they can, there's 100 comments, but they keep just looking at that one person's comment. Oh, that's where they live, and that's what their car is, and that's what. And again, I understand people are like, oh, come see me, I'll take care of you. But anyway, I guess the bottom line for me is I would hope that more people think about that consequence before they make an informed decision about what they want to do. I would never tell anyone what not to do, which I guess I have. I said, don't divulge. But what I'm trying to say that in a different word is, please don't divulge if you don't want to, or if you're uncomfortable, which most people can do that. But sometimes, anyway, blah, 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 blah. The bottom line for me is I would never want to be a part of the reason why that happened. And if I'm live streaming and people are making comments on my stream, I don't know where this goes. I don't know where it's saved, but I'm sure it's found somewhere. So that's why I go, oh, don't, anyway, talk too much. He was live on TikTok last night. Yeah, I missed him. I'm going to ask him that fucking question every time I see him. Hot mess. Oh, okay. It's Joe V something. I think if you start typing JoeVidot or even a portion of that, it will come up as the first choice. I do believe. I don't know if it has a underscore or numbers or anything, but the Joe V will probably get you there. He was live on oh wow, I had no idea it was Hot Mess Summer. What's his TikTok page? I hope that helped you. And check Hot Mess. If you happen to have 17 devices like me and you can type it in and confirm that you found it and stuff. If not, I'll definitely look it up on mine. But I think Joe Vito, he's a specimen further here. Yeah, I opened up about my life a couple years ago about all the being a trafficking and survivor and stuff. And I've spoken at the United Nations. You are incredible. Way to go. And I mean, so when you do stuff like that, privacy is gone. But when your life is so public and you have no privacy, then people just think they can stalk you. And so that's why I believe in the Second Amendment and make sure I always keep safe. Amen. I want you to be safe. I like you for sure. A lot. Ganja. Oh, wow. Summer, I was almost trafficked in LA. Oh, shit. Oh, I don't know much about the topic. I get upset about the topic. I want to support the females and the males that are trafficked. I just feel so horrible. And, my first thought is, there's just so many pigs. There's so many males that thrive on that. And money talks and taking abuse, taking advantage of, I can't think of the words now, but, the kids from broken families and, they know what's that word? They're, you know what I'm saying? I'll think of it later. So anyway, I feel so sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Buddy, you asked Joe V questions and he answered some. Yeah. What'd he say? I'm a night owl. Yeah, it was interesting. I don't like guessing. I don't like paraphrasing. And so I could never say exactly what questions I asked. I mean, I will always, not always, in a week I'll forget, but for now I always remember the last question I asked and he froze. And you can't really tell what they're doing, but I think I can disseminate what they're doing. And he looks up, I think I know which comment he's looking at, although his screen could be very different than mine. But he was just lighthearted and he was talking and talking and talking. And then he got to my last question. And he just stared at it and he got this, he was either pissed or upset or something. And he said nothing. He didn't read the question. He didn't answer the question. And he stopped talking for 45 seconds. And I'm like, holy fuck, I didn't know I was going to do that. And then, within 10 minutes, he was off. But, the questions I went in hot with were, I would have to guess what I asked. But I do think about it a lot. If I don't write it down, I'll never remember it again. But, I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I asked, but I'm telling the truth. It's not a fake story that I'm making up or anything. No one said it's fake, but just the middle of the road questions, the ones in the middle were like, he was defending hoodie guy, and I like not mentioning names, but you can do whatever you want. And I will mention them, I'm sure. But he was defending hoodie guy on his TikTok when you see the previous TikTok, he's like, well, that's sus, and that's sus, and that's sus. So I mean, he's I described him last night on T Rev's stream. Sometimes I don't like what I say. I'm always critiquing what I say. Sometimes I don't like what I say. Sometimes I want to use the perfect word and I couldn't think of it last night. So I think it came off a little, but um I judge everybody. So the way I describe Joe V, and I may be right or might be wrong, or I've been around, in the program in AA, when you go to AA meetings, you meet a lot of people and you see all sorts of different kinds of things. So anyway, I think Joe V, people are like, oh, he's a woman hater, and what's that called? Misogyny, or I think that's a woman hater. I think I never, I know that's a bad word and I hear it a lot in the news, but I don't know exactly how to define it. But people are like, he's a woman hater, and my take on it, and nothing to base this on except his cattiness. But I think Joe V is not a heterosexual. And I know he's a father. I know he has a child. I went to AA meetings that had three. AA is not to have outside affiliate, connections. There's only supposed to be one purpose. But I would go to meetings that had hundreds of gay fathers. So that usually means nothing that he has a kid. And he's just catty. He's just catty. Anyway, I don't like talking about people like that. Sorry, let's move on. Yeah, I got trafficked to 18. You got trafficked until 18 and was in it until I was about 29, off and on. I've been trafficked a couple different times, but I finally got out of the life at 36. You'll be 43? Wow. You've done all that stuff in 7 years? From 36 to 40 in 7 years. Oh my golly. The things you talk about you've done, people don't do that in a lifetime, and you did it in 7 years, and you're not done yet. Man, that is way to go, Mess. Thank you for doing all that. I'm sure the women or the victims appreciate what you do. I'm sure there's males too, but it's mostly females because we're more of the dogs for sure. But when you're live, okay. I swear I might just write whatever it wants. Sometimes I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying. I can usually read typos, and I'm usually great at reading typos, but I think I'm especially nervous here, so I might mess that up. And a comment could be perfectly written, and I might misread it. I'm normally I'm a perfectionist and neurotic, want to get it perfect, but I'm now I'm way behind on comments, so I'm I might get a little nervous, but generally I can read. I think a lot of people can read typos for sure. Oh wow, hotness! I would love to follow you on socials. Is I don't know if OTC is still here. T Rev, hey, how you doing? I'm so behind on that kind of stuff. But thank you for everybody watching it live. Thank you for everybody watching it recorded. I love comments, especially. If OTC is here still, I could temporarily let you get a wrench, and you could drop. You were going to drop. Oh, that link about the thing about the thing. What did you mention? Anyway, it was cool. I wanted to hear other people, and then also you could drop Hot Messes link. Let's see here. I would love to share my pages, but I only do it if Santa says it's okay, because I don't want to disrespect his channel. By all means, I'm here for support, to support him like all of us are. Thank you very much, Hot Mess. I bet you can imagine what my perspective is, but you're very similar to Dave, and you can do anything in my stream. You are welcome to do anything in my stream. I appreciate what you do. I was going to say, I love you. I appreciate everything you do. And you are welcome to do whatever you want. And so yeah, please do that. T-Rev, I just made a video on that video being fake. Did you? Oh, T-Rev, yeah, a couple, I guess, I don't know, I'll butcher his name, but it could Mail did one, and I saw a couple streams this morning that had his stream and their stream, and Yeah, golly, just dropped it. Way to go, T-Rev. That I report. Uh, uh. I'm a mess. Um, I have discovered from other streamers that we can't tell people to report people. But and then someone else stated that perfectly. I forget what they said. So I won't. I'm too new. I don't want to be banned. I don't want to be closed down. And I will because I have diarrhea of the mouth. But I would never. I can't tell people to report anybody. I'm pretty pissed about that video. And anyway, I guess I don't know what to talk about it. I guess I can't talk about it. Ganja, maybe we can talk sometime. I've never really have shared my story. Yes. You talking to Summer or me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, T Rev, hot mess. Very good videos, Trev. T Rev, what's up? Hello, Santa. Hope your night is great. Thanks, T Rev. I got confirmation that screen video was fake as fuck. Yeah, did you see Icky Mail? I mean, I'm sure anybody can do their own research, but yeah, that sucked. LOL. Remind me of Tammy Wynette divorce when you were spelling I don't know this song. Hot mess. Yeah, I'm glad you called that stuff out to you, T Rev. Yeah, thank you, T Rev. Hot mess. Yes, the topic sucks and it's horrible, but I think what's good to concentrate on is the people that are survived and became warriors, and that's what we celebrate, Santa. Just like you're a warrior. And usually I think of things to say always. And just if I haven't said this before, I could do a stream for 9 hours and I would still think of 18 hours worth of stuff that I did not say. But I have divulged a lot of stuff, especially in T Rev's stream, but in a lot of streams. I'm an open book. I say a lot of stuff. But then I think, oh, I've got family and I need to think about their safety, not just me. And I mean, I'm divorced. So I really have to think of other people. I don't live with, that's, I really have to think of the other people for sure. But anyway, if I were to, the first thing I thought of when I read your comment, Hot Mess, is, and I don't even know how to phrase it, and I hope I don't start crying again, but okay, let me back up a little bit. I'm fairly new to disability. April 27, 2011, I officially was labeled disabled. And most people are like, oh God, sorry about that. What a bummer, And I try to tell them, I'm like, well, actually, the day I became disabled was the second greatest day in my life. First greatest day in my life was when my daughter was born. Second greatest day in my life was when it was finally acknowledged. God damn it. I knew everything that I qualified for disability for, I had when I was 5 years old. So for 45 years, I had that stuff, and people are like, oh, he's lazy. He can't concentrate. He's not motivated. I'm like, whoa, fuck. Maybe, I'm not type A. I'm definitely type B. So I'm kind of lazy, but no, I'm not. So anyway, so there's that. I'm JoeHart is a person with disabilities, and a person with disabilities is JoeHart. I do not separate that. I know people are like, Joe, you could be something else. You could be a person, and then you also have disabilities. And I'm like, nope, they're the exact same thing. So along those lines, the response, that was a huge preface. Sorry about that. I'm even further behind on comments. And by the way, yesterday and every day, I guess I do a stream. I always miss people leaving. So for everybody here, I want to say goodbye in case I miss you leaving. And if I already missed someone, I'm sorry about that. But anyway, the way I describe myself, and I think it's true. I mean, I have counselors and all that stuff, but I describe myself as a victim, and I know that's not great to describe yourself like that, and there's different definitions of victim possibly, but I use it and I haven't really ever defined that, and I ought to probably with my you know shrinking my head, I should probably define that. But I probably use it more for the derogatory definition of that. So I am I'm the youngest of 9, and I've been shat on all my life, and I could go on forever. So it's too bad. Yes, I've never I don't consider myself a warrior, but thank you. I consider myself a victim. But again, I might transition through these live streams, which I have in all of them. Okay, hot mess. And just for the record, men and women traffic men and women. Yes, abuse. It's not one more than the other. I know people always think it's men, and it is, but it's awful. It's women. Yeah, I'm not informed enough. Yeah, I shouldn't even try to talk about it. But thank you, hot mess. 100% hot mess. Hotness, hot mess. T-Rev. Dab. Hot mess. And also, anyone can be trafficked, not just kids from broken homes and stuff. Like it can happen to anybody, unfortunately. But I don't want to take your show up and talk about it all. Hot mess, you can do whatever you want. I already told you that. And I'm sure these were written before I told you could do whatever you want. So you can do whatever you want. I just feel like all that guy wants his clout. I just feel like all that guy wants his clout. Is that a typo? Oh, Joe V. I just feel like all that guy wants is clout, like he wants fame. Is that clout? I mean, I kind of know what clout is, but yeah. I mean, I think, and that's on a couple of his. I mean, he gets indignant on most his TikToks, and I don't like the. And here I'm doing it, but I don't like gossiping about people. But he gets indignant on most streams, and he gets really indignant, especially at the question, and he's like, "What? How can you all even think that I want to have my 15 minutes of fame?" And so who knows? I mean, I think we all want 15 minutes of fame, and then when we get it, we'll be like, maybe I didn't want that. So who knows? I don't know if he's gay or not. I'm pretty judgmental, and really, honestly, that doesn't matter to me. Yeah, right? Me neither. I just think he's catty, but he's definitely a drama. He's chasing cloud. He's chasing cloud. That's what he's all about. I don't think he cares. He's drama and clout. Yeah, and he said he didn't drink, but his definition of not drinking, which is very common. A lot of people define I don't drink to mean I don't have more than 3 drinks in a night. So he had one drink. He said he had one drink, and I had never heard of the drink, so I don't know what it is. But he talked about it as if it was an alcoholic drink. Again, I don't care if he drinks. Yeah. Boy, I'm only 57 minutes into that. I'm already regretting things I said. I shouldn't have said he's not. Yeah. Yep. Hot mess. Yeah, I've done all that in 7 years. I just want to show people it doesn't matter what you've been through. You can overcome and do anything. The only person that stands in your way is you. Amen. That's me. I'm in the way. Yes. Hot mess. February 18th will be my 8 years out of the life. Holy poop. You've done so much. I'm sorry, Santa, but I have to fix you on that because there is a lot of males that get traffic as well, and people just assume that doesn't happen. They just assume men are abusers, men are victims. And like I said, I misspoke. I'm not super informed, but I would imagine, and you'll probably correct me on this too, but I would imagine I'm a numbers guy. I would imagine there is a huge. I would imagine most people that are trafficked are female, and most people that do the trafficking is male. I would say at least you could say that. And again, I know nothing. I'd hate to throw numbers out, and you can probably throw the numbers out, but I would think 80% are male traffickers and 80% women are being trafficked. I might be wrong. Little boys could be a thing. I don't know. Golly. And adults, I know it's all everything. Yeah. I should stop talking about it as well. I reported his page. Thank you. I will repeat Hot Mess's comment since I can't tell my crew what not crew. This is the T Rev crew. But so yeah, I'm reading this, but you can take it as if it might be coming from my mouth. I mean, I don't know what it says yet, but I like the first part of it. Anyway, I'm reading Hot Mess's comment. I reported his page because he's putting fake contact out there, or I know what the typo, the fake content out just to get clicks. That's not okay. That takes away from the people like Trev and you that are doing the work and putting knowledgeable stuff. And amen. I totally agree with you, although I can't tell y'all what to do. And for me, the most important for me is that it's OMG, it's horrible to the families if they happen to hear that, and it's bad for the case. So yeah, I understand affecting other. I think most. Uh, I call them live streamers, but they're called creators. I think most creators affect other creators anyway, even if they're not doing horrible things like that. Out, out, content out. Okay, well, I hope I read it okay with the typo because I don't know where that. I think you meant content. Anyway, Santa, you can talk about whatever you want. It's your channel, just so you know. You talk about what you feel you need to. Thank you. But I do think it's in. I haven't signed anything, but I've heard it's in our terms and conditions that it is illegal. I've heard from streamers that I really care for and I aspire to, and I like their streams and I believe them that it's illegal for a creator to tell people. And again, I don't know how they could do it. They could just say, "Wow, T Rev, thanks for posting it. I agree," or "Wow, everybody read what T Rev did." And maybe if you want to follow up, I don't know what you can and can't say, but I've heard that a creator cannot tell his viewers, go report this report that person. So anyway, I'm learning. I don't know. It was it was this morning. My mind's still a mush. So Santa, yeah, okay. I also am labeled disabled. Oh, no wonder I love you. And again, I'm different. I think it's, I'm different. It was the second greatest day of my life, but I understand that other people don't think that. Your disability is what makes you unique. Thanks. Yeah, I'm interesting for sure. Hot mess. I see you as a warrior. I see you as someone that's taking control and educating people on disabilities, and I think that's a beautiful. Thank you. I tend to be all over the place. There has been some years that I focused, and I focused, probably the last 8 years or so, I've been focusing on motorsports. Now, I still, no matter what I'm doing, when I'm breathing, no matter where I am, I'm an advocate for disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. Now, I'm very selfish. I'm mostly a self advocate, but I will help anybody that asks for help. I know about IEPs for schools, and I was a foster parent, so I know a lot of stuff, and most of it is state specific. So you can't learn in Vermont and tell someone else how to do it in Nevada or whatever. But so yeah, I've been all over, and I'm probably in 2 months. I don't know, because this is transitioning my life somewhat. I mean, I'm crying every day, and I mean, it is transitioning my life. But a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I knew for sure that in 2 months I'll be back on the road for motorsports. So that's that's kind of a self. They do some good and they spend some of their millions on good causes, but it's a pretty rich and selfish. It's pretty intense. It's not me. It's kind of weird. I have no money and I go and I'm media and I can talk to these people. It's weird. I'm not always media. I mean, I am always media. Again, every moment I'm alive and breathing, I'm a live streamer for whatever's around. So I'm always a media person. But at some events, I actually get credentialed and they give me a badge. And other times I'm doing it without the badge. So anyway, no, you're good, Santa. I love talking to you, and I love us having a conversation. I think you're pretty awesome. Well, thank you, Hot Mess. Say hi to Louisville. I kind of missed Louisville. Once I left, I was in Louisville, and I was shipped up to treatment to Minneapolis. My family intervened upon me, youngest of 9, so I had 6 people around me, 2 brother-in-laws by the door, so I couldn't run out of my apartment. And they intervened, and then they shipped me. Dave, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you, man. And so what was that? Why am I talking about my going to treatment? I think you're pretty awesome. But anyway, thank you. Yeah, so I don't have a ton. I mean, I don't have good memories about most of my life in every aspect of the word. I mean, I was in college and I drank too much. I mean, I just, but anyway, Louisville has always been like, so, I went to treatment for 30 days and stayed in Minnesota for 7 years, which I needed to do. But, I would just never go back to Louisville, hardly. So, yeah, say hi to Louisville. The only reason that the numbers are big is because we live in a society that is not victim friendly. So to men, so a lot of victims, they are men that have been abused. Don't report it. Oh yeah, I bet it's hard. Again, I don't consider myself a typical macho man, and I don't think you have to be macho to feel bad. That you wouldn't feel like you want to report it. Anyway, I don't know nothing about it for sure. That's really cool that you like motorsports. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how. I mean, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I used to go to Chicago all the time. So I drove through Indianapolis my whole life. And if someone had said, "Hey, we got tickets to the Indy 500. They're the best tickets in the world. You can have them, and you can eat for free and drink for free, and you can do everything for free." I would have spat on them. I would have said, What the fuck?" And my father is real smart. He went to Yale and Harvard, full ride, you know, forever. And he's not judgmental at all. And like I said, he died when he was 70 and I was 18. And it was sad and stuff. But he's not judgmental at all. But I just think of him like, what would he be thinking? Hey Valerie, how you doing? What would he be thinking, if I'm watching motorsports? The typical stereotype of the South, the Southeast, the dumb rednecks. So it's wild that I do it. But again, everything in my life is fairly consistent, and I have no money, so I have to. Last year I probably went to. It's hard to explain, and I could get lost in the topic, but anyway, it's hard to explain. But roughly, I was at 22 to 24 different events. Most of the events are on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or so thereabouts. They could start at Wednesday, or they can do anything. But so 22 to 24 events I've been to last year. And, 3 of them I was credentialed. So the other, I had to do other creative things. But yeah, I have no money, and I'm on a fixed income. All my bills, when I became disabled, I had to drop some bills, reduce some bills, get rid of bills, whatever. And then everything was set up automatically. Automatic pay, automatic withdrawal, everything's automatic. So I don't ever think about money. If I had to mail a check to someone, they would never get it. And people have that experience and they go, "Oh yeah, please set it up automatically." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna set it up automatically." But yeah, I have no money. It's just for that. So I have no money for that. So I have to, and and I'm really lucky. I don't use the word grateful, but I ought to, because I ought to be very grateful. But I'm very lucky. I've been to 140 races or so with essentially no money. And if every item was paid for, and golly, I don't want this to be the topic, but if every item at a motorsports weekend was paid for, which it never was, I didn't ever pay full price. But if every item was paid full price for a motorsports weekend, it'd be about $2,500. So you take 130, 140 of those times $2,500. That's, I don't know what that is, but probably $400,000 or $500,000. No one wrote that check to me, and I never saw that. But it's, I have creative ways to get into races, and the only food I eat is food stamps. I don't eat hot food. I don't buy hot food. I don't go to McDonald's for the dollar menu. I don't eat food stamps. And I can't think of the other thing, but there's other. Oh, I sleep in the car, and I sleep at truck stops, and I shower there, and I can get free showers. I know how to get free showers at truck stops and stuff. So the only thing I have to pay for is gas. And sometimes I do fundraising for gas. But so I mean, it's just amazing that I put that together. So it should be really, yeah, I ought to start using the word grateful, but I don't like it. Hey, Joe and everybody. Hey, Dave. Hi, Dave says hot mess. Hi, hot mess. Doing good, man. Cool. Thanks for asking, Joe. You're welcome. That's good, Joe. Hot mess. Unfortunately, Louisville has changed a lot. I hate to say it, but but it's a great city, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I've been going since 1986. What's that? 36 years. So I'm sure a lot has changed. I mean, for sure. And I would go back once a year or once every 5 years, or I would periodically go back. So yeah, I'm sure it's. Whew. But all cities do that. Like New York. I mean, everything's growing and getting more challenging or worse or however you want to describe it. Hot mess. I'm doing pretty good. I went to the gym and now I'm hanging out here with Santa. Says just a nice chill. Yeah, hot mess. You're a rock star. Valerie. Hey, Santa. Hey, Valerie. Sorry, I'm way back on comments. Good to see you. I love smaller channels because we can actually talk to each other and get to know each other a little bit. So it's been a nice Saturday. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, don't worry about mine growing too big. No, I'm trying to learn. And like I said, I'm trying to do 4 streams a day forever. That's my OCD extremeness, my perfectionism. But yeah, I will have to figure out how to do TikTok in 3 minutes. The max is 3 minutes if I'm not live. So there's a ton of prep time, but TikTok 3 minutes, Twitter I haven't figured out, but that could probably be from 10 minutes to an hour and a half or less. I could do a half an hour on Twitter. And then I just think YouTube just grows, so it has to be more than 30 minutes. But anyway, I'll figure it out. That's good. We're getting a new gym membership next year too, switching a new one. Cool. New plays. Hello, Valerie. Welcome. Valerie. It's good to see you. Hot mess. Yes, I live stream when I go to the gym because I want to motivate people to just try to be healthy. And it's a good way to get your trauma and stress out. I call it self-care. Amen. I'm not exceptionally great about Callie. How are you, Callie? I'm not the greatest about self-care, which would also include, as you're experiencing, that would also include me not being so self-critical of myself. But I like to try to acknowledge reality. So I think it's accurate to say that I'm not good at self-care, but that does include not criticizing yourself too much. Yes, it is self-care for sure. I love yoga too. Myself, yoga stretches too. That's cool. Way to go, Dave. Way to go, Hot Mess. Hot Mess. Yeah, I want to try yoga. It seems to bring a lot of peace and grounding, and God knows I need that. Dave, I prefer smaller channels, not as much ego too. Cool. Well, thank you, Dave. Hot Mess. Well, it's really good that you got something that you love to do. Motorsports is fun, even just covering it, so everybody can see it. Yeah, it's kind of wild. I am, when they don't credential me, it's weird. I've told them that. I was like, you don't want us to, live stream the race and live stream the car. And, there's rules and they apply to everybody. But I said, if you want to control someone on rules, give them a credential. And I tell them that. I say, I know you've seen my streams. I know you've seen that I've covered that stuff, but give me the credential and then I'll stop breaking the rules because I don't want to lose the credential. They have yet to see my side of it, but I'm still always at the race doing whatever I want. I do shy away from showing. You're not supposed to show the race live. You're not supposed to show the track. You're not supposed to show the car. I think on pit road. I think you can show the car in the garage. But anyway, I always want to push the limit. And if they're driving out of the garage, I want to still interview them. I still want to get a picture. So anyway, rules don't apply to me sometimes. Well, it's really good. Okay. Callie Thunder. Hey, Callie, how you doing? It's great to have your involvement in other streams. And so it's good to see you here and all that stuff. Yeah, it's cool. I appreciate your comments. Hey, Santa Joe. Hey, Callie. Hot Mess. Hey, Callie. Dave. Hey, Callie. Welcome. Callie. Hotness. Hey there. Callie. Hey, Dave. Oops, Dave. Oh, Dane. Got it. Okay. I bet we could have figured that one out. I always say, I know how to read typo. Usually, but there's a lot of static in my head. There's more static in my head than used to be, 8 years ago when I streamed a lot. So I'm less reading them. I used to be able to impeccably read them. Dave, it's all good, Callie. I always get called Daniel by new people. You're good. Yeah, Dane was a good typo. That's a good Daniel for Dave. LOL. My eyes suck. Yeah, I have trouble seeing too, Callie. Hot Mess. I'm thinking about doing a movie night tonight on my channel to where we could just sit back, chill, hang out together, and watch a movie. That sounds cool. I I think I was telling T Rev, I've yet to officially get a notification for people who schedule their stream in advance. I see those and then I can hit notify and it says we'll send notification. And I'm usually on the YouTube picture page anyway, uh, usually throughout the whole day. But I don't think I've gotten a notification. And whenever I follow someone, or sorry, that's other lingo, whenever I subscribe to someone, I always, because I'm OCD and extreme, I always click the bell and go to all notifications. And I don't want that second one of most popular ones or whatever it is. So yeah, it's weird. I of course follow you, Hot Mess. And I of course would like to support you in anything and everything you do. And I'm doing a lot of stuff in 24 hours. I mean, everything's a time sink, so I have to watch out where I put my time to. But I would love to catch, your streams and support you for sure. I would. Dave, no worries. Callie, Hot Mess is your channel, your name. Oh, did someone drop that? Dave, can you drop Hot Mess's link? And Hot Mess, you for sure. I don't know if you've been a mod before. I don't know what a mod means really. Dave told me. I kind of know what they are, but I like to have the perfect definition. But Hot Mess, if you would like a wrench, just let me know. I'm behind on comments, but I'll give it to you. And so Hot Mess can drop her link, and or Dave can drop their link. And Dave, as I always tell you, you can. Sure, will do. Give me a second. Cool, thanks. Is that Oh, okay. Yeah, so that is what that's about. But yeah, let me know, Hot Mess. And you heard all my issues and baggage and stuff. So it'd be temporary, but I have a good feel about you and Dave. Again, it has nothing to do with other people. It's just the way I am. So, Hot Mess. Dave, can you drop my link? Santa said it was okay. Of course. Where are we? Um, Sure, will do. Give me 1 second. Cool. Thank you, Hot Mess. I love hanging out, hangout channels. Cool, Hot Mess. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just so you know, I'm a hot mess. Well, of course, that's your name. Gento, you have a billion kids in your house. Oh, I know you're an open book, but it's not my job to release information. I have one bio child, and I was a foster parent for probably about 10 or 12 teenage boys one at a time. And I need to focus one at a time, so I need to, I know I can't multitask. So I call billions of kids anybody that has more than one. So you have billions of kids. Um, just so you know, I'm a hot mess. Some days are good, some days are bad. I always say that my platforms are a journal into the healing of someone who's been through a lot. But we chill and we have, I'll get to it. We have YouTube is weird. It doesn't really send. I mean, it's like hit or miss. If you get notifications, it's nothing. We're doing it. It's just YouTube's weird because a lot of people say they don't get notifications. Amen. I get too many of them. Of other Twitter. When I first started Twitter, I mean, I use Twitter a little differently than most people, or it seems. I use Twitter so the people I can follow, not the people that follow me. I want to follow people, and you can't follow people unless you have enough followers, and that's why I want followers. It's real lopsided now, but what did you say? Well, it made me think something about Twitter, but I'll come back to it. I don't like I'm on a laptop and I don't have a mouse. I just have the pad and I don't like it. I can't be precise with the comments. They go up and down. And I don't think I own a mouse. I mean, I probably have somewhere. I have boxes that are like, since I got sober and older. So I have boxes that are 34 years old. So I may have a mouse somewhere, but I don't know where it is. And I'm sure it's too old. But I would love to not use that pad. I'd really like, and like I know you can do the cursor. Can you do the cursor? No, let me see. I can use the cursor as long as I click over there. Okay, never mind. Now I'm gonna be good. Dave's travel. Okay, so Dave Travels in Time just posted Hot Mess Summer link to Hot Mess channel. Great person. Please support. Amen, Dave. Thank you for posting that. I really appreciate it. Hot Mess. I hope lots of people click on it, please. All people, if you want to click on it, she's cool. Great person. Callie, thanks, Dave. Callie, LOL. Oh no, what did I say? Funny. Dave, and you could be talking to someone else, but Dave Travels in Time. Welcome, Callie. Dave Travels in Time. You're Hot Mess Summer. YouTube is weird. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Callie, so true. Notifications are unstable. Yeah, it's too bad. But I mean, like all of them, they have millions of users and millions of subscribers, and I have no idea how they could do that easily and smoothly. And Dave, yet my subscribers never get notifications. Oh man, it's a lot of the time, and ones I'm subscribed to. Wow, I mod on a couple of channels, and I would be honored. Okay, well let me. Here we go, Hot Mess. I'm going to click on that comment, and I'm hitting the wrong thing. Let me see. Let me try that. Add moderator. So it's going to happen in 1, 2, 3. You now have it. I think it happens almost instantly. I don't see it yet. But type. I think someone told Dave to type. So if you type something, which I'm sure you're typing anyway. So type something and it might show you. Oh, I'm looking at the comment like it's going to change now. Anyway, I'm not down at the bottom. So good. I hope that worked. Callie, Dave, I'll sub to you too. Yeah, Dave's a cool guy. I try to say every time Dave was my first temporary mod, and I owe him a lot. I know everybody in this room probably knows I owe a lot to T Rev, and he's phenomenal and OMG. But the first person ever that I had so many questions. Dave came into my again. I get this is a ton of people for me. Um, Before Dave, I would talk for 3 hours and no one would come in, or maybe one person or two people. And again, I was testing and I was just, I don't care how big the audience is. I mean, I care, you know what I mean? I care, but I don't care. But anyway, Dave came in and I would ask him questions about StreamYard and modding and he was so helpful. So he's a rock star. So please follow him if you want. He does different things. Dave knows, and I don't mean to remind him. I'm sure Dave knows he can do whatever he wants in the stream, and he can put links in there and stuff. And I'm like, oh, Dave, I don't want to guess what you do on streams because I'd get it wrong. But I know I don't want to get it wrong. He does some cool stuff, and I know he has a good blip that he can put out there. So, Dave, if you want to tell him what you do, you're welcome to, or not, or so. That would be awesome. Let's see. I love all my children, but we did not plan on having 10 kids. But God's plan is bigger than ours. And so here we are taking kids. Uh, I I'm pretty sure the taking is a typo, but I don't want to say what the number is. I think okay. You said it in the I think the taking means 10. 10 kids, 3 grandbabies. Holy moly. 10. That's a lot of blessings. Oh, you already said it. Okay, never mind. But I think we are taking care of. Maybe that's what you meant. Anyway, I can perseverate on anything. So 10, that's a lot of blessings. Can't wait to have grandbabies one day. Yeah, I have one bio daughter, and she can certainly take her time having kids. I will wait until she's 30 or 40 or 50 or 60, or she can wait as long as she wants. But I mean, I want her to have kids when she wants, and I will welcome it. And at any age, I mean, she's an adult now, but yeah, she can. Yeah, we have 5 girls, 5 boys, and then we have 2 granddaughters and a grandson. We're having a big family day tomorrow, so you guys will be able to kind of see my personal family life. Wow, holy moly, that's going to be a heck of it. Wow, that's huge. 5 girls, 5 boys, 2 granddaughters, 1. Oh my goodness, I'm getting overwhelming just reading it. My LOL was you saying you had static in your head. Yeah, I'm as I keep repeating. I'm an addict. I'm an alcoholic. I'm in recovery. I'm not real active. I don't go to AA anymore as much as I used to. I wish I did. I think it's great. I think any human in the world can use AA. And I don't mean to preach about AA. But anyway, when I tell my story, which I haven't, I'm not active anymore. But when I used to tell my story, I'd say, and alcohol was my fourth favorite drug. So anyway, I've done a lot of drugs, other drugs. I've done a lot of drugs, and a lot of those synapses are not, they really are not connecting as they used to. And then plus I'm overwhelmed and I get the static. So it's not the medical term, but I do know I have static in my head. So yes, kids, stay away from drugs. Amen. Hot mess. And I do that sometimes. And I do that sometimes because a lot of people worry because I do so much stuff. They'd like, do you ever just have fun? And so when I do, I stream it for a little bit so people can see that, yes, I'm having fun. Thank you for that one more word to add to the next fun. Did you run out of characters? Thank you for writing that. So yeah, I mean, I'm intense. I don't have fun generally. I'm always working on paperwork for the motorsports world. And now I really am all about Idaho 4. It may not sound like it in this stream because I kind of got off topic when no one was here, and then I really got off topic with the comments. And I don't mind what you write about. You can write about anything you want. But I like comments and stuff. So fun. Cali Thunder, hot mess. That is so sweet. And so Hot Mess Summer does have a blue wrench. I see it. And I would like to say the same thing to Hot Mess, and I will keep repeating myself. So I want to say it to Dave too. And I sometimes I just don't know the right words, but I have no expectations of you. I don't. I know you all probably want to do a good job and you want to do it right and you want to control trolls and stuff. But I just mean, sit back, relax, drop your links. I don't think I'm going to have, and I don't, in T-Rev's room, I did get a little uptight about some trollish kind of stuff. And then, the first couple of nights I shouted them out. And then I'm like, whoa, this is T-Rev stream. I need to divert all that through him. So last night I did divert it through him and we disagreed. He was like, no, that stuff can stay. So, which is fine. I mean, so anyway, in a very good way, I have no expectations for you all. I appreciate what you're doing. I love links being being dropped, even your own links. You can drop whatever you want. I don't know if anybody has what would be cool. And again, this is not, I get, it's strange for me to have a mod. I'm barely on YouTube, but, so I don't want to call it a job. It's not a job, but if anybody would like to, and I'm sure Dave would be really good at this, but it could be a hot mess too. Like I say, I hate typing things out. I like writing it once, editing it perfectly, copying it, and making it a shortcut in my iPhone, and then I can type 2 letters and the whole paragraph comes up. So anyway, I wish I would promote my streams more often than I do. I oftentimes do and stop, but I'm like, oh, then everybody runs away when you're. So anyway, what I'm asking my mods, if you could periodically drop my 3 links, and I think I've seen Dave find 1 or 2 or 3 of those links, but as y'all probably know, and this is in priority, I think in about 2 weeks YouTube will be the top priority, but it's not the top priority yet. The top priority for me is TikTok. Oh, golly, I should type it once. So TikTok at JoeHart 35, Twitter at Misc Heart. And if you're not on the platform, of course you can't. And then I have no idea how to do anything about YouTube. I will fudge it. I think it's JoeHart PWDS, which is persons with disabilities, and I always put the S because I think there's very few people in this world that has one disability. I think and I'm again, it's one of my gross over exaggerations, but I think there's very few people with one singular disability. So anyway, those are the three. I probably talked so long that Dave has probably already found it and probably linked it. I'm way behind on the comments, but anyway, um, I guess I would have that minor um, desire if y'all could copy those or find them and get the official links and drop it, like whatever pace you want to do it, every 20 minutes or every 30 minutes or every 40 minutes or whatever. So Dave, awesome. Thanks, Joe, for making Hot Mess a mod too. Yeah, she's a rock star. Boom, she's blue. So it did work immediately. Hot Mess. Yes, thank you, Santa. I'm honored. My pleasure. My pleasure. You're a rock star. Rock star. I don't watch Saturday Night Live, but I kind of know Shannon, who shot Molly Shannon or Shannon Molly or whatever. I think she does that. Rock star or whatever she does. I don't watch Saturday Night Live. I don't, like I said, I have no sense of humor. I don't like comedy, and so I know she does something about that. Callie, I like smaller channels because it's old school, the way it used to be. You mean not sitting around live and live with each other? Isn't that old school? But I get what you mean. Thanks. Dave travels in time. Awesome, Callie. Buddy love. Congrats, Summer and Dave. Hot mess. Summer. Yeah, most definitely. I like smaller channels. I mean, I like some big channels like Trev does a really good job at seeing everybody, but I usually stick to smaller channels because you can get to know peeps. Yeah, for sure. It's cool. It's cool. But I like all of I'm just I was going to say sponge, but really my head is almost overwhelmed at this point in time because it was a sponge and I did bring a lot of stuff in. But I like to just cull information, whether from Reddit or YouTube Live. YouTube Live is where I'm getting most stuff now, which is weird because I'm usually on TikTok and the internet, like Google. But usually I'm sorry, I meant to say Twitter. I'm usually on Twitter to get information. If anything, and I have so many notifications on so many people that I follow that if anything in the entire world happens that's serious, and I hate to make, as extreme as when the Pope dies, I would hear about it within 2 or 3 minutes. So I've got, I mean, it's Twitter's it for me. That's so buddy, congrats. Yes, most Dave says, hello, buddy. Welcome. Hot mess. Thank you, buddy. Dave says, thanks, buddy. Buddy, thumbs up. Callie, good for you for being in recovery. Thank you. I was in a stream last night. I don't think it was my stream, although I'm talking about that more often than I used to. And again, anything I don't talk about, it's not because I'm keeping it private I'm an open book, but it's it I want to cover the important thing. That one is very important. But last night someone mentioned it. Oh, okay, I remember what stream I was in, but it was just another creator, and that person mentioned they're in recovery, and I said, congrats, with capital letters, and you want to write, you don't want to take the spotlight away from them, but you want to relate to them. So I said, congrats, whoever, and in parentheses, me too. And again, I haven't figured out that balance. I haven't figured out how to relate without taking the whatever I just say, take the spotlight off of them. And she read it and she said, congrats to you too. And, so, anyway, but anyway, my point is, there was, without divulging too much, but there was, 12 to 15 to 17 people that within 2 minutes said, oh yeah, I'm in recovery. I mean, it was like, holy buck, that many people. So that was cool. So Dave, all right, your bond comparison. Dave travels in time, dropped his link to my bond comparison video between me, George Lazenby. I'm sure I butcher that every time. And Roger Moore having similar eyes. Check it out. That's pretty cool. You write for motorsports? What kind? It's hard to explain. Oh, you're asking what kind. I thought you were saying like who for. Anyway, I'm disabled. I don't work. I'm on a fixed income, and I have devices, and I go to events, and I interview people. So I don't work for anybody. I work for myself. As far as what kind, again, I got that OCD disease, so I cover everything. The first, and I'm not good at guessing years, but I start, when I officially became disabled and I got back pay, I'm like, holy shit, that's a ton of money. So I thought I could go to like 20 races, but they're so expensive. That back pay was gone in no time. I'm like, holy shit, now what do I do? But so I started in 2011. I'm brand new to NASCAR. I went around when, Dale Earnhardt, passed away, and God bless him and rest in peace and stuff. And I know it's very important, but I went around for that, and so since 2011. So it started NASCAR, and I was probably doing 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 races a year, and then I'm from Louisville, so I started adding IndyCar, and I'm a tree hugger, so I started. I mean, it's weird that I pick motorsports because I know nothing about cars. I don't like really big cars. I hate noises. I hate loud noises. I hate smells. I do love gas. I mean, I'm an addict, so I could go to a gas station and get high for sure. I love gas, but I can't believe I picked this. I mean, it's so weird. Especially because the noise. I don't like noise. Anyway, I picked a Formula E because I'm a tree hugger. I don't like noise. They're not silent, but they sound like it's like a whir. WHIRRRRRR. It's a a whir. And you can hear them. But I've been at NASCAR races where their pace car was an electric car, and those are silent. And like when you get into the garage, you have to. And this is only if I'm credentialed, which I sometimes creatively got into garages. But if you got into garages the way you're supposed to, you sign a sheet that, I mean, is huge. You're signing a ton. But it essentially said, if you get hit in the garage and you die, it's your fault. Those cars are there working, and they don't have to beep, and they don't have to give you, watch where you're going at all times. It does say if you perish, we held no responsibility for that. Kind of sad, but there's a million people that want to get in the garage. So they're like, I'll sign anything. So anyway, I don't write. I live stream. That's all I do is live stream. I mean, I do a ton. I tweet. That's the most thing I do is tweet. And I try to tell people, I ask people to follow me on TikTok and Twitter, but I probably forget this half the time, but I tried to tell people, by the way, I'm an excessive tweeter. I said, I have a lot of followers, but most of them mute me because, like, just during a NASCAR, a tip, this is whether I'm live or at the race, there's different, but generally during a NASCAR race, I'll tweet 150 times and they're like, holy shit, I don't care about the race that much. And then they mute me. So I want as many people, but anyway, not all I want, most of what I want is a follow, but please mute me if you're getting 200 notifications a day. Please mute me. I do not mind at all. I want the follow. So I hope that answers enough, Callie. Are you in Cali? And don't divulge information, but do you know, I'm trying to think of the two tracks, Race Sonoma, Sonoma Raceway in Sonoma, which is one, and then Auto Club Raceway in Fontana, which is LA area. So, and there's tons out in California, but that's the two big NASCAR ones. NHRA is big there too. Panoma and stuff. Dave's Travel in Time. Wow, my bond comparison video has over 70 views. Thanks to everybody who has checked it out. Appreciate it. 70 views. Way to go, Dave. That is so cool. Hot mess. Congratulations, Dave. Callie, I'll check it out, Dave. Dave, oh, okay, awesome. Callie, thank you so much. Callie says the video isn't available anymore. I'm sure that's just a link. Really, that's strange. Let me try again. Yeah, I'm sure Dave can find it. Yeah, I think those are just a misspelling or something. But yeah. Dave, okay. So JoeHart, TikTok. Thank you, Hot Mess. So TikTok, JoeHart35, Twitter, NASCAR Inc. That's NASC, the first four letters of NASCAR. Hart, my last name, and Inc. for Incorporated. NASCAR Inc. And I have 3 Twitter accounts. I'd love you to follow all of them, but I don't expect that at all. I don't expect one. I'm great. I hate that word. I'm grateful that you just follow me. And in YouTube, it's some version of JoeHart PWDS 8641. But I don't know if it's HTTPS colon backslash, forward slash. I don't know, but those can find it. Okay, here it is again. Hope it works. Cool. And a hot mess. Yeah, when I hit it, said not available. Okay, cool. Yeah. Hopefully that works for both people. And hot mess. Dave drops hot messes again. Thank you very much. I hope those links are working. Please, and I don't want to make Dave's job, or it's not his job, but I don't want to give him more to do, but feel free to let people know when a link doesn't work, because you want the link to work. So, hot mess, thank you for doing the TikTok. I need to get to 1,000. I want a live stream. I don't know if people know about TikTok, but currently it changes often, but currently there's 3 time frames. And I think there's different plans. So I think this isn't true with everybody. But when you can't go live and you're doing a recorded, I call it recorded. I still call it live, but it's not live. The 3 time frames is 15 seconds, 1 minute, and 3 minutes. So the maximum you can do as a recording is 3 minutes. All 3 of those can be less. It's up to 15 seconds. It's up to a minute. So you can start with all 3 and they can all be 10 seconds long. You can all make them the same. But everybody's like, never do anything more than 15 seconds. And I did that for the longest time. And then I'm like, no, I got to talk. And it has analytics. So I mean, it shows that after 4 seconds, everybody drops off. So I wish I would stop talking, but I still do the 3 minutes. Just to hear no, it's to get my thoughts about something out. It's usually something I want to talk about. So link work, Dave? Cool, Dave. Okay, good. I feel lost on Twitter. Do you? Yeah, it's I can't find the Twitter one. I'm very new to Twitter, so not very familiar with it. So I don't know if you're searching. I don't know how you do that searching, but I think I typed it correctly. NASCAR Inc. Let me just make sure I typed it correctly. NASCAR Inc. Yeah, that's the correct typing. But yeah, I don't like, if you don't have a Twitter account, I don't know if you can get an account's name and stuff. But I'm pretty certain, I'm just guessing, I'm pretty certain it is HTTPS for security. I think the S means secure. HTTPS www.twitter.com/NASCAR Inc. I think that's what it is. But that's fine. Don't worry about it. And if you find it, great. If you don't find it, that's great. Dave, I would imagine you were in and out of the room, but I was mentioning to you and Hot Mess that if you all could ever, and again, I have no expectations, but just as a desire or a favor or a gentle ask, if you could periodically drop my TikTok account and my Twitter account and my YouTube. So I typed them up above. The YouTube, I don't really know what it is, but I kind of guessed. I think I'm pretty close. So Callie, very cool. I'm not into motorsports, but hubby is. So I hear all about it. Are you a Sunday widow? They talk about football. I think that people are Sunday widows or something. So yeah. Yeah, NASCAR. Motorsports is a way of life. Thanks. Appreciate it. It's very much hot mess. You're awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it very much. Hot mess. You're awesome, but you know that already. Yeah. I hope you don't get embarrassed about us keep saying you're awesome. I think I'm getting a feel of your personality. I think you're okay with hearing it every 10 seconds. Not that you need it, but you wouldn't shy away from it. So anyway. Hot mess. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Dave's. I like NASCAR. It's cool. Cool. Hot mess. You as well, my friend. Cool. Thank you. Context. I'm so far behind. Sorry. Cali Thunder. That's wild. Cali, yeah, SoCal. You've been to the Fontana one. I've never been. Oh, cool. I've been to Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth. That's the most west I've been. But everything east of that, I've been to most of the tracks. But yeah, I would love to hit, they have a Western, whatever they call it, a Western leg where, it used to be, like 5 years ago, NASCAR has 36 races in a year, 36 points races in a year, 36 weekends. And about 5 years ago, and I might butcher this, but and Texas Motor Speedway is kind of in the middle of the country, but I think they said that the haulers that were delivering the car, they would drive by Texas Motor Speedway 8 times before they go there for a race. So we used to always they would do California, Florida, California, Michigan, California. I'm like, God. So anyway, they have now put, I think it's 4 races or 3 races together to try to eliminate. They still have to do schedules, and if they can't book them all together, then they don't book them all together. But I think they do. California, Avondale, Arizona, which is Phoenix, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada, which is where the 2 Bush brothers are from, Kyle Busch and Kurt Busch. I like them, but I like most all the drivers. Only a few that I don't like, but I like most of them. Yeah, that's cool. I've never been to Fontana. I want to go. Hot mess. Everyone hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Woohoo! We want that. If you haven't yet, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. LOL. Everyone, it should say. We can read typos. Almost to 60 subscribers. Joe, awesome. Holy moly. Yeah, Dave, I think you were there. And if you didn't see my subscriptions, I probably told you about my subscriptions. But I was at 11, 13, 11, 9, 11, 13, 11, 9. And I'm like, I'm never going to get out of single digit permanently. It kept dropping back in. So anyway, woohoo. That is cool. Dave's travel and time. Yes, please hit the like button if you have not. Cali, sure am. Sure am. That you're in Cali? I'm sorry. Context helps. But I'm caught up. I think right now, T-Rev. I think I'm at the bottom of the. Oh, yeah, golly, I forgot I can use the cursor. Let me use the cursor. Okay, I guess I'm at the bottom. So, okay, so let's see here. So Callie says, sure am. Thank you, Callie. My sure am was about being a Sunday widow. Window to window. I got the typo. I'm not laughing at you. As always, I don't like bullying. I don't appreciate jokes. When people say, "Hey, I was just joking. Can't you take a joke?" I'm really intense about that stuff too. Really intense about it. So I apologize for laughing. I am. I really do am intense that. A link to Awesome Joe's channel. Please support. He has a lovely, energetic, awesome personality and nice and smart too. Thank you, Dave. So that's youtube.com, JoeHart PWDS. It is. Did I get the number right? 8641. Cool. And the dab. T-Rev. So T-Rev, I haven't totally followed you in football. I thought I've heard 2 different teams. I thought you were wearing, and I don't want to say the wrong team, but I thought you had a complete garb of, I don't want to say the wrong team. Was it Cleveland? I don't want to say the wrong team, but I think you had, and then you said you're a Dallas. Anyway, please let me know what teams you have. Do you like, I know Cam Newton used to be North Carolina, but I think Cam Newton has moved. I think he's at another team. So, do you just like to do the dab, or is it because of Cam Newton, or both? I think I've said this before, but I love Cam Newton because he's so, what's that word? Flamboyant. He is so flamboyant. I love the way he dresses when he does press conferences. That is so cool. He's what a market to be. What a market to dress that flamboyantly, because you're in the football world. I mean, some of his teammates would probably riddle him, although he's 6'3" and whatever he is, 240. But yeah, I love he does that. Okay, enough of that about that. Thanks, T Rev. Callie, hey Trev, Dave, T Rev in the house, T Rev. Callie, my sure am was about being a Sunday window, ugh, widow. Totally okay, I swear. Yeah, that's cool, man. So anyway, I really, and I mean this, but it won't be successful for weeks probably, but I really, really, really want to start making shorter videos. I usually lean toward live streaming. I've made recorded YouTube videos, but I don't prefer them, and I've never edited. I have never edited. I have, probably, I couldn't guess, but I probably have 3 to 4 to 5,000 live stream videos out there, and I've yet to edit one. To me, I'm OCD and I'm methodical and I'm perfectionism. God, I couldn't imagine editing. It would drive me crazy. I'd want it to be perfect, and I'd want to get it from 2 hours to 20 minutes. And how do you choose? I couldn't do it. So anyway, the 4 platforms I want to do, which I don't know if you're here, T Rev, but today I know nothing is a habit until you do it 21 days, or so they say. That's what they say. But today is, I've been doing a lot the last 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 days to get ready to go live streaming in all my platforms. And I'm revving and I'm doing it a lot and I'm sampling and all sorts of stuff. But today is the first time that I officially did Twitter live and TikTok. It's not live yet. It has to be recorded. And then YouTube live. So actually, when I started this, I thought I was going to talk for 10 or 15 minutes, and there weren't many people in the room, which I mean, that's what I'm used to, is not having many people in the room. So I was about to end it, but I really do hope to, and like I said, I'm treating, and StreamYards is going to be the next, and I currently still have the free program. I expect and plan to buy the 1 month basic paid for one for $20, because you can get a 7-day return policy and you can upgrade anytime, and you prorate. So if you buy the month and you do it for 10 days and then you upgrade for 20 days, you pay 1/3 this price and 2/3 that price. So that's kind of neat that it's it's what's that called? You know what it's called. I can't think of it. I'll think of it. So anyway, I would like to be able to, as I continue, if I do actually do all 4 streams every single day forever, they're going to just naturally become different. Until TikTok can be live, it's 3 minutes max. And I probably should lean toward probably the minute, or really I should probably lean toward the 15 seconds and just, do what I can. And Twitter, I'm very comfortable with. I love it. I love it. I love, but I would like if I could get down to 30 minutes. I'm usually doing about an hour the last 5 days or 7 days or something. I've done about an hour on Twitter. So I'd like to get to 30 minutes there or less. I mean, I think 20 minutes would be great, but I do an overview introduction that's, like 25 minutes, and then I preface everything. Any topic that comes up, I want to preface it before I talk about it, and then I forget what I was talking about. And then I take 45 minutes to say goodbye. So you put those 3 together, that's more than an hour, and I didn't talk about anything. So that's why I kind of like comments, because then I can try to stay on cut topic, or at least what the crew, what the crowd wants to talk about. I try to focus on that. So that's always cool. So anyway, I think it'll be neat to do that. And I'm on every platform. I haven't used them all. I don't understand. I think you're doing amazing. Thank you, Hot Mess. I appreciate that. It's a long time. Thank you for hanging around. That it's a long time. Um, I'm on Instagram. I have done live stuff, but I don't quite comfortable with. I'm on Snapchat. I've done live. I hate Snapchat. Sorry, that's one of those words I don't like. Um, I'll have a list when I get my rules of my. I'm too intense. I'm way too intense. And y'all probably know that by now. But yeah, I'll probably I'm just I don't know. I'll figure it out. So so yeah, anyway, I'll try to have to figure that out. And so Snapchat and I mean I'm on so many platforms I never remember them all. You know, Pinterest and uh, House Party and I don't use most of them, but I did, and I love Twitter, and I think it's going to stick around even though Mr. Elon bought it. Um, and so I just thought of I love Brian Enton. I wouldn't say I watched him every day over the Gabby um, uh, case, and I don't want to try to guess her name because I'll butcher it, and you could tell me 20 times and I'll still forget. But I didn't watch him endlessly. Petito, thanks, Callie. I'll never remember. That's a beautiful name. I love the name, and she deserves, say my name. She definitely deserves for people to say her name. Gabby Petito. Yes, she is great. Um, or yeah, sad. That's our. But so I got to know Brian because of that case, but I didn't watch him every day. But anyway, I guess he was at home when this broke and he wasn't covering it and he probably was gonna, but people are like, where's Brian Enton? And like I said, most of my followers mute me, so they never see what I type. But he immediately responded. He's like, I'm at home. I'm going to be out there in 4 days. It's Thanksgiving or, whatever the sort of situation. I think it was, yeah, Thanksgiving. It was right after it. So he said, I'm at home. I'm celebrating or, I'm have special time with my family. I'll be right out there. And he was. And since then, I love News Nation. I'm new to News Nation, and I used to know Cuomo from another channel, and I'm getting to know him. And like I said, I judge, and I judge quickly. And I wish I could channel the positivity of T Rev. I don't have that yet. So I judge quickly, and I think I judge. I think everybody judges, but I think I judge quickly because I just don't have enough time. It's like, man, I'm not sleeping, I'm not eating, I'm not taking care of myself. So I don't want to get sucked into something so I'm always like, so generally I like News Nation. I printed up the entire schedule of News Nation and, highlighted it and did all the stuff. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to rate each show. And, so I rated it every show within one show. And I know that's extreme. And then I set an alarm. You ought to see my iPhone. I'm sure there's over 150 alarms on my iPhone. But so I set an alarm for News Nation. And it's extreme. Sometimes they go from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. and sometimes they go from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. So I set it. So and Brian doesn't have a show. Damn, I wish I could always catch his. And he had that special, but I haven't been able to find that special, the hour special. I think it was a Sunday, maybe a week ago. And I haven't figured out how to find, like my cable service is YouTube TV. And, they all have positive and negatives. But one thing I like YouTube TV is you can set it up so that they record something ad infinitum. I don't have any limit on my database. They can record like NASCAR. I mean, they just keep recording indefinitely. And so if I knew Brian Enton, then it would anyway. He doesn't have a show. I wish he had a show. So and he may. I may just. But anyway, I like him on Twitter. He has slowed down a little bit, but that's probably because there's just less information. Although he digs. He digs. He thinks smart. He's nice. He's appropriate. He's smart. He's and this is my interpretation, but he's gracious. He's thoughtful. He's thoughtful of what's appropriate to the person he's talking to. So I mean, he's great. But he slowed down a little bit, but the first few days he was posting 4 or 5 times a day in NASCAR. I mean, in Twitter. And you know, half of those are, I don't know numbers, but probably half of those were live. He would be showing something and he'd hit live, and when it's done he's hit stop, and then it becomes a recording and you can watch it recorded. So there was a time whenever he got there, which was probably a couple days after Thanksgiving, whenever, I think it was he got there, I think Sunday night into Monday morning at like 2 in the morning. I mean, 2 in the morning from where, that's the time in Florida when he left, but when he got there I think it was 11 p.m. But he immediately went to the site and started recording. He's like, I haven't even checked into my hotel, or he might have checked in. He was like, but I wanted to get here as soon as possible. Anyway, the first few days, and if anybody's on Twitter, and I think I can tell people what to watch. I'm not telling you, but it's just the way I talk. But um, if you have Twitter, for me, besides the corner, I still think the corner. I know a lot of people are. There's a lot of momentum to dislike the corner, but I like the corner. I still think that's the best place for. She only spoke a couple times, but I believe everything she said. You could tell she made a mistake and she wanted to backstep, but she answered. She was asked questions and she impulsively answered them, and you could tell her mind said, "Oh f, I wasn't supposed to say that, was I?" So anyway, besides her, I think Brian Enton's the most reliable. But anyway, he would do 4 or 5 videos a day. And he also tweets, there's other things. So boy, this is a long preface because I haven't even talked about what I wanted to talk about. But so he's great. And he has slowed down a little bit, but I was on him for, a week or more, and then I find another resource, and then I can't multitask, so I don't get back to Brian. And I'm like, oh shit, I need to read him every day. And similar to T-Rev showing all the news nations. I mean, I'm really digging the new news nations. Like I said, I did critique and judge every host, and I can rank them. My favorite, second favorite, third favorite, fourth favorite, which is bizarre because 4 weeks ago I had never heard of News Nation. I think I knew of it, but had never turned it on, and I barely knew Brian. And I don't know if anybody knows. Did Brian? I'm assuming. I'm assuming with no facts. I'm assuming Brian did not work for News Nation during Gabby Petito's case, and because of what he did, they wanted to hire him. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, because that put him on the map. So anyway, it was great. So Dave travels in time. Yes, I agree. You would also be a great NASCAR announcer too. Thank you. I think I would get too excited. I don't know if anybody watches this stuff, but Dale Jr. I really like Dale Jr. I didn't like him the first few years because I could tell he didn't want to be driving, and he just drove because everybody demanded that he drive. And it was like, you're not like your father. Well, guess what, people? No one is like their father. No one is like your father. And if you're Richard Petty, you're better than your father. I mean, you can't compare people to. So I felt bad. He was miserable, and I was like, just quit. And he became a fantastic owner, and he's great on TV. But anyway, he gets revved up really quickly. And they have not memes, but they have sound bites. He's the one. Anyway, he is he gets really jazzed up. So I think I would do that. The other thing, and I don't know if this happened, if you all experienced this, but I live alone, and I've lived alone for a while, and I haven't had a landline for a while. I usually get calls I don't get many calls ever. I hate the phone. I've had a phone for 20 plus years, but I don't like using it as a phone. I use it to get onto the internet, and I write emails. I hate the phone. But anyway, I would get calls, for my whole life, but certainly the last 20, 30, 40 years of my life. But anyway, I'd get a phone call, and they would say, hello, Mrs. Hart. Is Mr. Hart there? And I wasn't going to buy their stuff anyway. And I mean, that happens 80% of the time. It seems like if you're a telemarketer, you wouldn't guess the gender. Don't make that mistake. Don't guess the gender. But if you did guess the gender, I would hope they would guess male for me. But anyway, so, and I don't care, but anyway, 80+% of the time they say, hello, Mrs. Hart. Again, assuming that the person they called, Callie, I have to go, but I'll see y'all around. Thanks, Callie. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for all the comments. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you over in T Rev. So thanks for coming. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, I was talking about something really exciting. But anyway, take care, Callie. You're awesome. Thank you, Dave. Yes, Callie is. I like that Callie Thunder. Callie Thunder. Callie Thunder. So I think I'm winding down. News Nation. Yeah, News Nation is on. Um, I think their news broadcast started at 7, and I think it goes from 7 p.m. to 2. I wanted to catch the 7 p.m., which I did not catch. But I like to catch their first hour because then it seems, so far what I've seen, it seems like almost 100% of it is about Idaho. And in the second and third and fourth hour, they cover other things that are important and I like to learn about, but it's not stuff I want to hear about now. I just want to hear about Idaho 4. So, I think I might wind it down now. And again, here's my 45-minute goodbye. I won't do 45 minutes. Please, Joe, don't do 45 minutes. So it's 2:05:45. Let's see how long I can say goodbye. So, but anyway, thank you for the people that watch me live. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the mods. Shout out to Dave, Travels in Time, and Hot Mess Summer. I really appreciate it. As I said, I don't currently have expectations of you. I just think it's great that you can, drop links and all that stuff. I guess I did ask the favor of dropping my 3 links, but really, it's just weird to have a mod. Oh my God, I feel so weird. Yeah, it just, it's too much. It's too much headlights on me or whatever, that spotlight on me. So anyway, shout out to the 2 mods. Shout out to the rest of the team. Thank you everybody that watches it recorded. I can't imagine you all doing that, but thank you so much if you do that. And before you go, Dave, if you're still here, can I see a list of who's in here? If I click that 3 at top, does it tell me who? Can you ever find out who's in the room? I don't think I can. The 3 didn't move and the people didn't move. So I don't know if it ever tells me who's in the room. And I just like to know who's in the room. But anyway, so thank you everybody much. And I appreciate everything. Follow me over in TikTok. Follow me over in Twitter. Like I said, I hope to shortly start doing Streamlabs or StreamYard. It says Hot Mess T Rev looks like and me. It says Hot Mess T Rev looks like and me. Oh, cool. Thanks. How do you know without me knowing? Can I click on anything? Okay, in the chat. Yeah. I only assume from the people in chat too. But Twitter gives a list. Facebook acts like they give the list. That's the other Facebook Live. I don't like that, but I do it. It's a necessary evil. So okay, cool. Anyway, good luck with your streams. It sounds like Hot Mess was going to try to do one tonight. Enjoy that. Good luck with it. I'll try to, amongst the many things I do, I really want to support you. You're very special to me as far as the people I've met on YouTube. So I really want to support you. And I get overwhelmed with 5 things at a time, but I hope to get there. And Dave, good luck with all yours. I sometimes get your notifications, but anyway, I don't know. I think my devices aren't set up well. Although every time I subscribe to someone, I always do the bell and I always do all notifications. I don't want that second one. I don't even know what that means. Like some or the popular ones or occasional. I don't know what they say. And I'm like, what? That's gray. I want black or white. I just, so I do all notifications too. Yeah. I mean, I don't want, how do they pick ones that they want to send me? Which it sounds like they do anyway, because I don't get them all. But anyway, so let's see here. So T-Rev, if you're still there, take care, man. Thank you for stopping by. Even if you're gone, I really appreciate you coming by. Love all the followers and the subscribers that I've, it's from your stream, T-Rev. So that's kind of cool. My bad. I slept away for a second. Another channel that I mod for was getting bombarded by trolls. So it was an all hands on deck situation. I can't stand trolls. You are a rock star. Oh, you slipped away. I thought you dozed at your. Okay. Yeah. Oh, do whatever you want. How many devices you have? Is that two either laptops and desktops, or can you do it on a a device? Can you be a mod on a device? Hey, is that my cat? See my cat? Look at my cat. That's my cat. That's my kitty cat. See, kitty? That's Francis. Oh, he's coming. He's probably hungry. Hi, Francis. Hi, baby. He's so cute. Y'all see? Do you see him? So yeah, that's fine. I have 6 devices that run at the same time, 2 laps and the rest of them. Yeah, I golly. Cool. Well, man, you could be Graham Central Station or whatever it's called. Communication Central. That's cool. Yeah, man. Oh, hi, Francis. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I love your kitty. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart. I got him about 2 years ago, and I got him at a humane society. And supposedly they told me that I went in on a Sunday and they only had 2 cats, and they said, you can come back again. We'll probably get some in Monday and Tuesday. I said, no, I'm leaving today with a cat because I'm impulsive. So they had 2 cats, Francis, and they called him Frank at the time, but he was a stray, so they didn't really know his name. And they knew for sure that Francis was 15 years old. They didn't give a range. They said he's 15 years old. And the other cat that I was choosing was 13 to 15 years old. And I'm into animals, and I think I'm a cat and dog whisperer. And, I like to meet them. So I sat down on the floor and met each cat individually and got to know them. And so anyway, I picked Francis, and I haven't really done much medically for the cat for a while, but I went back to the same humane society. I said, hey, you gave I'm on a fixed income. I love my cat, but I can't afford shots. And so they did a lot of stuff for me. And a doctor that time said, oh, absolutely, this cat is not 15 years old. And I'm like, your place said he is. And again, I said, they didn't give me a range. They said he's 15. And he's a stray. I know they do it with teeth and stuff like that, but he's a stray. How do you know? So anyway, I don't really care. I mean, I didn't care about 15 years versus 13 to 15 years. I didn't. But I was thinking, well, maybe my cat just died and he was real special to me, and I was upset and stuff. I took some time to mourn before I got another one. But I was like, well, he's 15, so I can't get too attached. So it's not too big a deal. And anyway, this is two and a half years later. He's clearly not 17 and a half years old. And, I have a pretty high car, and he can jump into the window. He can jump on the roof. He can jump out of the car. So, I love your kitty. I have kitties and a puppy. Hot mess. Okay, you have kitties. I have kitties and a puppy. I have 2 cats and a puppy. Wow, cool. Yeah, I love dogs and cats. I never figured out anything else like gerbils and hamsters and snakes. And I had a bunny rabbit, but that wasn't me. That my girlfriend had it. We lived together. She then, we broke up. She moved out, and I got the rabbit. I didn't, she was like, yeah, it's yours. You get the bunny rabbit. So that was kind of cool. But other than that, I just know cats and dogs. So they're kind of cool. So, anyway, so they shot him, they gave him his shots and stuff like that, and told him for sure he's not 15 years old. I'm like, well, and by that time he was 17 and a half. So I said, well, how old is he? And she said, oh, probably, a mature male, 8 to 12 or something. And I'm like, well, how can I think you're right when the same location, I mean, I can't say one of your doctors is smarter than the other doctor. Yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do? So she's like, no, this cat is not 17 and a half, and I can't tell you exactly how old she is. And I'm like, well, that's cool. So anyway, he'll be around for a while. He's a rock star. I love him. And things like that. Okay, so 2:14. I guess I did do a long goodbye, but I think it was 2:05. So I've only done a 9-minute goodbye instead of a 45-minute goodbye. But I'm not going to do that. Okay, yeah, everybody. Hot Mess, Dave, T-Rev, anybody else? Thank you for watching it live. Thank you for watching it recorded. Please follow me in TikTok. Follow me in Twitter. And, follow me on YouTube. That's definitely on a up. Thank you so much for all that stuff. But everybody take care. Be nice. Be cool to each other. Hot Mess. Hey, Hot Mess. I know I'm leaving. I should. How was that show last night? God, 10 kids. How do you go to every event? I'm sure that's 5 sports and 10 activities after school, and holy moly. Yeah, so how's that show? But again, I'm leaving, so I don't mean to bring up another topic. And I asked, I'm sorry, but someday you can tell me about that show. And my ex-wife and I owned a theater. I'm not theatrical. She is. I was kind of the hire and fire kind of person. And our daughter has acted and stuff. So I'm thinking it might have been a play, but it could be anything. It could be band. My daughter did band and stuff too. School band, not a rock and roll band. So, okay. All right, guys. Thank you, Dave. Travels in Time. Thank you, Hot Mess Summer. Thank you, T-Rev. Thank you, everybody else. And I'm sorry I missed some people that left before I said goodbye. So I'm going to end this. And that is that. So I'm gonna end in 3, 2, 1.